So I started, my journey or like work towards getting an aerospace degree from University of Washington when I was in my third year of mechanical engineering. That's when I decided I really wanted to do aerospace engineering, and I knew it was going to be really, really difficult, getting into a university because I was going to change my branch in a way. So that's when I decided that I should probably do my capstone project for the last year in aerodynamics. And then I started counseling with College Pond and got my admit into University of Washington in Seattle in their master's program. This particular university interested me a lot because it's considered a public Ivy. So it's a very highly ranked university in almost all of its branches and departments that it offers. Also, it's a public university, so like money-wise, it's slightly more affordable than the private universities. And mainly, I really like the coursework and the research work that was going on in the labs, and also I connected with a couple of professors before I started my studies over here. So the first year of the university is quite hectic over here because they have the quarter system. So if you guys are from the university, Mumbai University, we have the semester system over there. In the quarter system, every quarter is 10 weeks or 11 weeks long, so that's like 2.5 months. And typically, I had to take 3 courses per quarter, out of which was one of which was applied math, and 2 were from my department. So that for the first couple of quarters, it was really hard coping up with the syllabus because it was a drastic change from the pace of semester system to quarter system. Because within the quarter, we had 2 midterms and the final exam, and if a coursework had any project work, so you had to present the project and get everything certified and stuff. So it was a lot of work for the first 3 quarters, and then it eased out a little bit. So like I said, we had one math course in each quarter of the first years. It was 3 compulsory math courses, and I believe 9 courses from aerospace engineering. And we were also allowed to take a couple of courses from the mechanical engineering department if we chose to. And likewise, they were allowed to take courses from my department. So the university is quite flexible that way, as long as you have your 10 minimum credits per quarter. So if you are going to be coming to UW, that's the minimum requirement that you need to keep as an F1 student. In other universities, it might be slightly different. I believe for semester systems, it is, I think, 12 or 13 credits per quarter, which is the minimum requirement. So the fee structure in UW is quite interesting. So till you reach 9 credits per quarter, the fees increase per number of credits. But from 9 to 18, it is sort of the same. Like no matter even if you take like 17 credits or if you take minimum 10 credits, it is going to be the same amount of fee. So the university sort of encourages you to take courses from different departments. If you want to, even even a language course, if you want to take something like that, it's just that you have to manage your time with those 3 or 4 or 5 courses per quarter. But I know people who have taken like a couple of language courses just to enhance their resume or just get a different perspective of things, meet different people from other departments, or take like courses in physics or astronomy, or just communication systems or something like that. So yeah, the first year at the university was really interesting. Like, I got to know the department quite well. The coursework is intense, but it's really nice. Even the math courses were um, two of the math courses that I took were completely theoretical. Lot of calculus and stuff like that. One math course was related to MATLAB. So it was entirely MATLAB programming, and I think that was one of the most useful courses that I took in my entire university credits. And the good thing about UW is all the master's lectures in my department are recorded. So you can, go back and look at things again while preparing for your exams, or in general, if you don't understand something, you can, go back to it again. And also there are lots of TA hours and stuff where you can go meet either the professor or the TA for the course, and ask them questions, get your assignments solved on time. It just basically encourages group study and just talking to the professors and TAs of that particular course. Towards the end of my first year, or say like the third quarter, I started my master's thesis. So UW AA department, that's my department, offers a thesis and a non-thesis track. So if you go for the non-thesis track, you have to take 3 additional courses in the aero department. Those are worth 3 credits each, so 9 credits. Otherwise, if you go for the thesis track, it's just 9 thesis credits. So I started my thesis in the third quarter. That's the spring quarter. So from then, I did my thesis till December 2016, when I graduated. So that's like 1 full year and 1 additional quarter. So the second year at UW was slightly more relaxed when it came to, considering the coursework, because I had most of my credits done in the first year itself. Just that there was an additional workload of the thesis, because I was doing like an experimental thesis, so I had to conduct my experiments. And I was doing an experimental thesis on the on-campus wind tunnel. So you had to, wait for the wind tunnel to be free and schedule all the tests and get them done and hope that they have gone properly. Otherwise, redo them. But yeah, it was a really, really massive learning experience, and I really enjoyed the whole thesis part. In the summer after my first year, I also applied for the on-campus jobs, and I got one, which was for the entire second year. This was for my entire second year. So that, it was a paid job and 20 hours per week. So it helped me sort of pay off my rent and, just the other stuff besides my tuition. So on-campus job was also a really nice opportunity, because that was sort of my first job ever, and also the first job in the United States. So it always helps on your resume if you have some kind of job, on-campus job, that you can do. Like, it helps both money-wise and just in general building your resume up, because finally recruiters always want to see that you have worked in the States in some capacity. I mean, if it's an off-campus internship, there's nothing like it. But yeah, I was doing my thesis simultaneously, so I couldn't really go off campus to do an internship. In the second year, I also did an additional sort of certificate course, which was offered by the Industrial Engineering Department in collaboration with my department. So it was 13 credits long, and it was sort of a combination of, management and systems engineering. So it, gave it like a sort of like a well-rounded thing to my engineering degree, because I could apply those management principles to it. So it's called Global Integrated Systems Engineering. So it has like focus on systems engineering, the financial management, project management, and uh, just in general how to get a project done from start to the end, how to plan for it, how to schedule it, how to report it. And we also had like a capstone project at the end of it all. So it was a year-long or 3 quarters long certificate course, two of which were entirely like classes, and the third quarter was mainly the capstone project. Um, and yeah, so this was basically my education, or like what I did in the university.